What's up, witches? My name is Taylor and I'm the Tempest Witch here on YouTube, and today we're going to talk about manifesting. These are going to be my own understandings and the ways that I practice. Obviously, this could be different across the board, so take what I say with a grain of salt, but this is what has worked for me and how I've come to understand manifesting. So, with that being said, let's continue. If you watched my previous video with Bruja Cat, we had a long conversation, and part of the conversation was how a lot of people, especially new spiritualists, view manifestation as wish fulfillment. So wish fulfillment in the sense of, I want this thing and the universe is just gonna give it to me. So I want a really big, nice house, and next week I'm just gonna have that. And not only is that illogical, it's very just entitled. View it as claiming energies. There's energy constantly cycling throughout the world. There's good energy and there's bad energy, and things will always return to balance. One of the things that I see a lot, especially on like Witch Talk, is people constantly doing money spells. And I understand, everyone wants more gain, more prosperity, I understand. But if you are constantly doing a money spell, constantly going, I want more money, I want more money, I want more money, you are not manifesting anything. You are showing your patterns of greed. And the universe will always return to balance. So if you are always asking for money, you are always asking for more, scales have to tip at some point. It's only natural. Now, that isn't the case for everything. Of course, as I said, take this with a grain of salt. But I've found that if I repeatedly ask for the same thing and the universe is like, no, it usually rights itself and slaps you in the face, saying, all right, this is either not the time for that, or you, I wouldn't say don't deserve it, but it is not meant for you in this moment. That's a better way to put it. When you're putting things out into the world, just keep in mind that the powers that be aren't always going to work in your favor. No matter how powerful you are, no matter how powerful you think you are, you cannot always call into existence what you want. Sometimes you'll get something adjacent, but the specifics of what you want is often not something that is tangible and attainable. Be realistic with your expectations, is what I'm saying. Now, in the sense of actually manifesting, there's two major steps, and usually people get stuck in their masculine energy and don't transition to the feminine. What do I mean by this? In order to manifest, you do the work of putting out the intentions into the world, whether that is doing a spell, doing a ritual, meditating, journaling, something. You are doing something to put energy into the world in order to attain what you want. But then, and this is where people get stuck, they stay in their masculine energy of force and desire and do not transition to the feminine energy of receiving. So if you are stuck in the I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, and you never go, this will come to me when it is time, that thing is stuck in limbo and will not come to you. You have to make the transition from one to the other in order for things to come to you. Now, I should do a video that's on masculine and feminine energy. I'll make a mental note of that. Masculinity and femininity are on a spectrum, and we all fall somewhere on these two, but it is not, this is a masculine thing and this is a feminine thing, as in this is a male thing and this is a female thing. Everyone has a bit of both. Some people are farther on one end or the other end, and that's fine, but like the universe, there's the balance of the two. And in the middle, there's the gray limbo area of transition. This is, like I said, a gray area. You're going from one thing to the other, and in the center is the most power because it is ambiguous and androgynous and important, which is why a lot of cultures view androgynous people, non-binary people, two-spirited people, whatever your culture calls them, as important because they have both characteristics and understandings and spiritual characteristics of both the energies. And you need both in order to manifest. Now, of course, like I said at the beginning, this is how I have viewed it. This is how it has worked for me. If this is like, this chick's full of shit, that's fine. I'm giving you my experience, so do with it what you will. So when I manifest, I do a spell, whatever that happens to be, and I put that work and that energy out into the world. And then, mentally, I transition to this will come to me when it is time. This will come to me when it is ready. And then I leave it at that and I move on to other things. I still have that in the back of my head, like this is the end goal, this is what I want to happen, this is what will come. So I don't lose sight of that, but I submit that transition of power to the universe. And I let the universe decide when things come into fruition. This is why I feel that wish fulfillment is the wrong way to view manifestation, because it's not transactional, and wish fulfillment is very transactional. It's, I want this, thank you very much, sounds good. In both those instances, you are still in your masculine energy. You are in the, this is mine, taking control, instead of, I have done what I can, I will let the collective of the universe do the rest. And I'm trusting in those energies to do what they should. You have to trust the system. That's how this works. It's not necessarily faith, but in a way it's faith. You do what you can and you leave the rest of the powers that be. Pray to whatever God you believe in. End of story. So, if you view manifestation in this way, things become easier to come to fruition because you understand how the system works. All right, guys, I hope that helped a little bit. Just a nice sit-down chat. I'm gonna go let Thor in so he stops bothering the neighbors, but until next time, skål, my friends.